So these here are our long borders. They're cottage style borders, but this used to be driveway. And then we converted them, I think in the second year that we were here, because this area gets the most amount of sun, and it was such a waste just to have our cars sitting here. Pretty hardcore to dig into your driveway. Hi, I'm Anna Fable, and this is our cottage garden. I'm so excited to just talk you through and walk you around our garden today. I think that my favorite plant is probably just the one that's currently in bloom. So right now, this beautiful boom chocolate geranium spread all throughout. It just looks really magical. And the blooms are such that they look almost iridescent. They attract the butterflies and the hummingbirds and bumblebees so much. And yeah, they're very tall. They have that beautiful dark foliage. And I'd say those are probably my favorite. But then I look over and I see these beautiful almond roses, and I see the sun patience and the foxgloves, so it's always hard to choose. The penstemon starting to bloom. This is another beautiful one with dark foliage, but it's more of a purple, kind of a burgundy foliage. So it actually pairs really well with the boom chocolata, but those are both blooming at the same time. These open flowers of the geranium and then these long tubular flowers of the midnight masquerade penstemon. That's a beautiful pairing. And then the cool thing about, cottage gardening is that we have tons of edibles here. So, I can just kind of reach down and, even though this is small, just get some kale. We have cucumbers and beans, peas, kale. We've had cabbages, we've had peppers and eggplants. It's fun. I like it. I really love just having like a kind of a mono planting in one thing. These are all these beautiful white snapdragons. I think that looks so nice. It looks really cheerful, and they're loving all this heat. So these were the first borders that we had. We created this. This was all just like a patchy lawn when we first moved in, and we put in these borders. This was kind of like a patchy grass path here in the center, and then we slowly added the cobblestone path. But really, this is just very peaceful to me. I've gone heavy on the ivory halo dogwoods. Those are just some of our favorite things. Beautiful winter interest. They get huge. They're just very pretty. Structure in the form of the boxwood balls and lots of ground covers. My favorite geraniums. These are, I think, the Spessarts. When we got them, this is all just from one plant, and I've just divided it over the years. And now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 14 of them just from 1 or 2 small plants, and they weren't named. We got them at a farm stand, and they didn't have a label on them yet because it was so early in the season. I just thought, I want that. This is one of my favorite parts of our garden, is this little shade border. I just love all of these shade-loving plants. The hostas, lamium, geraniums, pulmonaria, stilbes, ferns, the Jacob's Ladder, tiarella, the dogwoods. It's just really nice. It's really peaceful. There's something really peaceful about a shady garden. The foxgloves, the ones that bloomed earlier, are going over. We have tons that are going to bloom later in the year. So it'll just kind of look something like this throughout the entire year. And the stilbes are starting to bloom. The white stilbes. I like seeing that. And then this here is our dining garden. And I love this little part of the border. We have lily of the valley and anemones and the astilbes that we transplanted that are starting to bloom. And these astilbes that were in the back, and they're now looking really pretty. It's like bright fuchsia, viburnum, lots of beautiful things here. I just love that. And the wild foxgloves, the grandifloras everywhere. And then on this side, this is really pretty. We have a little stacked stone wall, but it's kind of getting lost with all these flowers, but all these beautiful yellow flowers in bloom, those just grow wild here. Violas and hostas, but I love it. And I love having little perennials and pots sitting around. This hostel looks really happy in there. That's good. You know, we're in the middle of like a heat bubble or this crazy heat wave for us here. It was like about 90 today. And our plants seem really happy for it. A couple of them are a little bit thirsty and a little confused, but everything's just blowing up, which is so fun. So this is our English sunken garden. We put this in this year, and I'm so glad that we did this. This to me is like just a moment of peace and calm in the garden. It just feels, yeah, I don't know. It's just a really serene spot for me. And there's so many beautiful things around it. You know, we have several annuals. We've got verbenas and salvias, some kufia, because those are going to be more deer resistant, and the deer fences and surrounding this. So many fun things, and medicinals and teas, and the butterflies come, the hummingbirds. It's just really peaceful here. I love being here. But the cool thing about this garden is that, you know, the rocks that we use for the cobblestones, they are the ones that we dug up when we dug the English sunken garden out. So when we dug this space up, we used the rocks to actually make the cobblestone patio here. The plants that are perennials here, we divided them from our property, from the plants in the rest of our garden. So it was really like a budget-friendly, you know, garden makeover. And I'm just so thrilled with it. And from here, you can see we have a little like fernery, a little kind of a stacked rock garden with ferns growing all throughout it. And it's just so pretty. But I really do love living in a woodland, even though it's not always ideal for light or growing things. It is such a magical thing. It's really special to be just kind of like enveloped in trees. So a little bit of a walk to this next spot, but this is our kitchen garden, our vegetable patch, and we have lots of flowers and tons of vegetables and herbs, and this is like my happy place. But these are our giant tomato frames. We've really learned over the years what works best for us, and this is the way that really works for indeterminate tomatoes. Oh, the cucumbers are going up. Look at that. Wow, they are happy. That's good. Nice. But I love our little space. It's a really happy place for me. And I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you joined us for this very chill, just walking through our garden. If you're new here, just an introduction to the different spaces that we garden. Please like this video if you like. Subscribe if you're not already. It really does help us out. We're a small channel hoping to grow. So thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed. It's so cool to be able to hang out with so many like-minded gardeners. I love it. And we'll see you again very soon. Okay? Bye.